The internet has officially exploded, and this time, it's not over rap beef. It's not over a petty live stream. It's over a leaked video that no one saw coming. On Father's Day, a clip surfaced online showing Papoose, yes, Remy Ma's husband, reuniting with his estranged trans son in a tearful embrace that instantly went viral. What should have been a heartwarming family moment turned into the most devastating blow to Remy's public image yet. Because behind the hugs, the tears, and the overwhelming love, fans started piecing together a timeline of betrayal, abandonment, and secrets Remy has fought to keep buried. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag PAPOOSE, truth, and hashtag Remy exposed were trending worldwide. Twitter detectives pulled receipts, TikTok flooded with breakdowns, and Instagram bloggers reposted the clip with captions like, "This changes everything." And then the real bombshell dropped. Insiders claim Remy not only knew about the estrangement, but allegedly played a role in keeping Papoose and his son apart for years. The narrative flipped instantly. Papoose was hailed as a hero, a father fighting for his child, while Remy was painted as the villain, cold, manipulative, and exposed in the worst possible way on the most sentimental day of the year. And Charleston White, he jumped online laughing, calling it the Father's Day massacre. What he said about Remy's downfall will leave you speechless. Trust me when I say this, you're not ready for what comes. Next, when the video dropped, it didn't just trend, it detonated like a cultural earthquake. The footage was grainy, clearly captured on a phone. But what it showed had more power than any polished music video or PR campaign could ever muster. Papoose standing in a quiet Brooklyn park on Father's Day, suddenly breaking down in tears as he embraced his trans son for the first time in years. The hug lasted almost 2 minutes straight. Neither wanted to let go. And when his son whispered, "I missed you, Dad," you could practically feel millions of hearts shatter across the internet. At first, the response was overwhelmingly positive. Fans hailed Papoose as the blueprint for Black fatherhood, celebrating his vulnerability and strength. This is real love. This is real manhood. One viral tweet read, racking up over 200,000 likes in hours. Instagram reels flooded with reposts of the embrace, soundtracked by sentimental music and captions like a king with his prince. But the love quickly twisted into chaos, because as more people dissected the clip, more details surfaced. In the background, someone was heard saying, "Remy's gonna be furious when this hits the blogs." That one sentence flipped the narrative on its head. Fans began asking the questions no one dared voice. Why was this reunion secret? Why had it taken years? And most importantly, was Remy Ma the reason Papoose and his son had been estranged in the first place? That's when the receipts started pouring in. An old podcast clip resurfaced where a caller claimed Remy had once dismissed questions about Papoose's other children, brushing it off as not the topic. Another leak came in the form of screenshots, allegedly from family group chats, messages suggesting Remy discouraged Papoose from bringing unnecessary drama into their household. Whether real or not, fans didn't care. They fit the narrative, and the narrative was brutal. Remy as the gatekeeper, the villain, the woman who stood between a father and his child. Twitter went to war. The hashtag Remy exposed trended worldwide, with fans writing threads about the truth behind the Terror Squad queen. TikTok creators turned out side-by-side explainers, some even dubbing her the real op. Within hours, the video stopped being a heartwarming Father's Day reunion and turned into the catalyst for one of the biggest takedowns of Remy Ma's public image in years, and then Charleston White went live. If there's one thing he knows, it's how to make a scandal worse. Sitting in his car with that signature smirk, he barked into his phone. This ain't just a reunion, this a revelation. Remy Ma been out here playing stepmother of the year on TV, but behind closed doors she blocking this man from his child. That's evil. His rant went viral instantly. Memes of Charleston yelling Father's Day massacre popped up across every platform. Fans flooded the comments agreeing with him, quoting his lines as gospel. Some even tagged Remy directly, demanding answers. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed silent. He didn't post the video, didn't comment on it, didn't even acknowledge it, which only fueled speculation. Insiders whispered that he hadn't meant for it to leak at all, that someone close to the family uploaded it without his consent. If true, that meant the whole thing wasn't just a scandal, it was a betrayal from within. Celebrities started weighing in, adding gasoline to the fire. Cardi B tweeted a single heart emoji with the word respect aimed at Papoose, which fans interpreted as her choosing sides. Funk Flex reposted the clip on Instagram with the caption, "This is bigger than music. Salute to the king." On the flip side, a cryptic post appeared on Remy's story. Black screen, white text. Not every video tells the whole story. That only made things worse. Fans immediately decoded her post as a deflection, accusing her of gaslighting. One viral reply read, "Remy, if the story ain't what it looks like, then tell it. Silence looks like guilt." The dominoes kept falling. A blog released what they claimed was a leaked voice note from someone close to Remy, saying she was furious at Papoose for the reunion going public. She said it makes her look weak. She said now everybody gonna think she's the bad guy, the alleged insider whispered. Whether true or fake, it stuck because it sounded exactly like something Remy would say. By Monday morning, the scandal had swallowed the internet whole. Fan pages once dedicated to celebrating Remy's music began posting memes mocking her. One viral TikTok stitched her old lyrics with captions reading, "All this time she was rapping about loyalty but hiding receipts on fatherhood." Meanwhile, Papoose's image soared. His follower count skyrocketed. Brands reposted his Father's Day moment as an example of real men standing tall. In one day, he went from respected rapper to America's poster dad. And the louder fans celebrated Papoose, the harsher they came for Remy. And then, the next leak hit. An extended cut of the Father's Day video dropped, nearly 6 minutes long. This time, it showed not only the embrace but also the conversation that followed. Papoose's son, voice shaking, said, "I thought you didn't want me, Dad. She told me you had another family now." The crowd froze. That one line reframed everything. If Remy really had told him that, then she wasn't just a bystander, she was the architect of the estrangement. Twitter nearly broke under the weight of the outrage. Hashtags like hashtag she lied and hashtag Remy canceled dominated. Even Remy's longtime supporters couldn't defend her. Screenshots flooded in, pulling up old interviews, old lyrics, anything that could be tied to hypocrisy. The consensus was unanimous. She had crossed a line. By the afternoon, hashtag Remy destroyed was trending. Papoose still hadn't spoken. But insiders claimed he was planning something bigger, a full statement, maybe even a sit-down interview. One blogger reported, "Pap is done protecting her. He's about to tell the truth about everything." The cliffhanger was brutal. Would Papoose break his silence? Would Remy fight back with her own receipts? Or would the next leak bury her career entirely? By Tuesday morning, the scandal had evolved from shocking to catastrophic. The extended Father's Day video wasn't just trending, it was everywhere. News outlets picked it up, gossip blogs blasted headlines in all caps. And YouTube channels devoted entire live streams to dissecting every second. The most replayed moment. Papoose's son whispering, "She told me you had another family now." That single line tore through Remy Ma's reputation like wildfire. Fans who once rode for her through rap beefs, prison bids, and messy rumors now turned their backs. Even her most loyal supporters couldn't spin it. Comment sections turned hostile. "We stood by you when the cheating rumors hit. We stood by you through your battles. But if you really came between a man and his son, nah, that's unforgivable." The silence from Remy's camp only made it worse. For nearly 24 hours, she said nothing. No tweets, no Instagram lives, no press release. Just silence. In today's world, silence equals guilt. Fans demanded answers, and when none came, they built their own story. Threads popped up with evidence, timelines, and theories tying Meanwhile, Papoose's silence ended. He didn't go live. He didn't post a cryptic story. He dropped a carefully worded Instagram caption beneath a photo of him and his son from Father's Day. The caption read, "A father's love can't be silenced. I'll always choose my child, no matter what." Those words hit harder than a diss track. They were quiet, calm, and devastating. No names mentioned. No shouting. Just a clear declaration that his son came before anything or anyone. Remy's image imploded instantly. Fans filled the comments with lines like, "He said it without saying it." Another viral tweet, "Remy lost the war with 7 words." Celebrities jumped in. Fat Joe reposted the Father's Day video, writing, "Family first, always. Salute Pap." Ice Cube tweeted, "Respect the real." Even 50 Cent couldn't resist, trolling Remy with a meme that read, "When you play Wife of the Year but get exposed by Father's Day." Then Charleston White lit the internet on fire again. In his second livestream on the scandal, he doubled down. "Remy ain't the queen no more. She the stepmother from hell. Papoose just freed himself and his son from years of control. Y'all watch divorce papers coming next?" The comment section exploded with laughing emojis, agreeing with Charleston's brutal prediction. Hashtag divorce papers even started trending. And bloggers claimed lawyers had already been spotted at Remy and Papoose's neighborhood. But the most devastating blow came late Tuesday night. A leaked voicemail surfaced online, allegedly from Remy herself, sent months ago to an unknown contact. In the recording, a woman sounding identical to Remy's voice said, "If he chooses them over us, then what was the point of everything we built? He needs to focus on us, not the past." The clip spread like wildfire. Fans dissected every syllable, convinced it proved Remy had deliberately driven a wedge between Papoose and his son by Wednesday morning. The story was everywhere. Mainstream outlets like TMZ, Shade Room, and Hollywood Unlocked plastered it across headlines. Talk shows debated it. Even sports anchors weighed in, since Stefon Diggs had been dragged into unrelated scandals before, and now fans were tagging him in threads, confused, and the memes. They were merciless. TikToks mocked Remy as the evil stepmom. Twitter joked about Papoose's caption being the new ether. One viral meme showed Remy in Cinderella's stepmother costume, captioned, "When you block a father from his child and still lose." All the while, Remy tried to fight back. She finally broke her silence with a brief Instagram story. "Y'all believe anything y'all see online? Don't get played by fake receipts." But the damage was done. The internet didn't buy it. Fans pointed out she hadn't directly denied the allegations. One viral reply read, "If it's fake, why Pap ain't defending you?" Another, "If it's fake, release the real story. Where's your son? Where's your truth?" Then came the dagger. A new video clip leaked, this time from a private birthday dinner. The footage showed Papoose's son sitting at a table surrounded by friends, blowing out candles. Papoose stood right behind him, cheering. But what made the clip viral was the audio in the background. Someone whispering, "Remy didn't even show up." The internet erupted again. It wasn't just about the Father's Day reunion anymore. It became a saga of repeated absence, of alleged deliberate distance, of Remy being painted as the villain in every frame. Papoose's silence only made it louder. He still hadn't named names, hadn't called anyone out directly, but every photo, every caption, every leak stacked up like evidence in court. The world saw him as the devoted father. And Remy, she was the obstacle. The backlash escalated into calls for cancellation. Fans demanded boycotts of her appearances, dragged her on every platform, and even resurfaced old controversies to paint a pattern of toxic behavior. By midweek, Remy Ma wasn't just under fire, she was drowning. But then, whispers of one more leak began circulating. Hacker accounts teased a full-length Father's Day video unedited, showing conversations that had been clipped out of the original viral footage. Insiders claimed the uncut tape featured Papoose saying things about his marriage, about Remy, about the years of silence things so explosive they could end everything once and for all. The cliffhanger was merciless. Would the full tape drop and finish Remy's career entirely? Or would she finally come forward with her side before the internet buried her for good? Thursday morning came like a storm. The whispers weren't just rumors anymore. The full uncut Father's Day video dropped online. And it wasn't just 6 minutes. It was nearly 20. Raw, unedited, no shaky cuts, no strategic angles, no trimming out the context. For the first time, fans saw the entire reunion. And what it revealed sent shockwaves through hip-hop, social media, and every corner of the internet. The clip began the same way. The tearful embrace. The whispered, "I missed you, Dad." But what came after was devastating. Papoose's son sat on a park bench, visibly emotional as Papoose held his shoulder. Then he said it, "I thought you didn't love me anymore. She told me you wanted nothing to do with me." Okay, and this time it wasn't just a stray line. The full footage showed Papoose's heartbreaking reply. He shook his head, voice cracking. "That was never true. I begged to see you. I begged. But every time, it was a fight. I never stopped loving you." That one exchange shattered the internet. Fans weren't left to speculate. It was right there in black and white. For the first time, Remy wasn't just rumored to be the wedge. She was directly implicated in Papoose's words. Twitter went feral. Hashtags like #Shalide and #Remy destroyed trended again, this time alongside #FreePap and #FathersFight. TikTok edits flooded timelines, putting emotional music behind Papoose's words. One clip of him saying, "I begged," racked up 10 million views in hours. Fans wept in comment sections. Others raged, calling for Remy's cancellation once and for all. And then the bombshell halfway through the video. Papoose looked into the camera, not realizing he was being recorded, and said, "I can't live like that anymore. I can't keep protecting her. People gonna find out what really happened." The crowd online screamed in unison. What was he talking about? What secrets was he hinting at? Bloggers latched onto the moment instantly, churning out think pieces about the real Remy Ma and what Papoose might expose next. Within hours, Charleston White went live again. His reaction was nuclear. "See? I told y'all. That woman was playing queen while being a tyrant. Papoose begging for his son like a prisoner begging for parole. And y'all still gonna defend her? Nah, she done." His rant went viral again, plastering Remy as the villain on every platform. Meanwhile, celebrities piled on. Meek Mill tweeted, "All respect to Pap. Fatherhood is everything." Cardi B went further, posting a cryptic Instagram story. "Protect your kids from the politics of grown-ups. Period." Even Nicki Minaj chimed in with a subtle jab on Queen Radio. Some people rap about loyalty but don't know the meaning. The shade was undeniable. Remy tried damage control. She finally posted a longer statement on Instagram. A black and white photo of her with Papoose, captioned, "There are always two sides to every story. Don't let the internet dictate what you think you know. Families go through things. We're working through ours." But it backfired. The comments were merciless. Two sides. Pap was crying for his son. Another, "You mean two lies?" Not two sides. The more she tried to explain, the more fans accused her of deflection, and then came the next leak. A blog notorious for dropping audio receipts posted a phone call recording allegedly between Remy and a close confidant. In the call, the woman sounding like Remy said, "If Pap can't keep his past in the past, then maybe he don't need to be in my future." The quote alone was damning. Fans reposted it endlessly, calling it proof that she prioritized image over family. Memes branded her as Remy the Eraser, mocking her alleged attempts to erase Papoose's son from his life. The fallout snowballed. Sponsors quietly began pulling back from deals involving Remy. A talk show appearance was postponed indefinitely. A clothing collab wiped her name from their site. The industry began distancing itself, leaving her looking isolated, tarnished, and cornered. Meanwhile, but the final nail in the coffin came from the hackers. Remember those accounts teasing unreleased files? They delivered. Dropping late Saturday night, they uploaded a compilation of alleged text messages, voicemails, and candid photos showing years of behind-the-scenes conflict between Remy, Papoose, and his son. One message, allegedly from Remy, read, "It's me or them. Pick one." Whether real or fake, the internet didn't care. It was the smoking gun in the court of public opinion. Fans declared it over. Remy is done. Pap is free. This ain't love and hip-hop no more. This is real life. Hashtags calling for Remy to step back from the spotlight dominated for the rest of the weekend. And as the dust settled, one thing was clear. Papoose's reunion with his son didn't just warm hearts. It destroyed Remy Ma's image, dismantled their marriage in the public eye, and set the stage for the most bitter breakup hip-hop has seen in years. But even as the world declared Remy finished, a chilling question lingered in every fan's mind. If Papoose hinted he was done protecting her, what else is he still holding back? The cliffhanger is brutal. The Father's Day massacre may have ended Remy's reign, but the next leak, the one nobody's seen yet, could burn the entire empire to ashes. And now the world has seen it all. The full Father's Day video, the whispers that turned into receipts, and the uncut truth that ripped Remy's entire empire apart. Papoose stood tall as a father, his son finally back in his arms. While Remy's silence, denials, and alleged manipulations only added fuel to the fire. This isn't just a celebrity scandal, this is the implosion of one of hip-hop's most infamous power couples. Playing out in real time with leaks dropping by the hour. But don't be fooled, this story isn't over. If hackers really have more, if Papoose truly meant it when he said he won't protect her anymore, then what's still in the vault could be even darker than what we've already seen. Divorce papers, more texts, maybe even the receipts that expose everything. And once they're out, there's no turning back. That's why you cannot afford to miss what's coming next. If you thought this was the final blow, you're dead wrong. The next leak could change the entire narrative, and if you blink, you'll miss it. So right now, smash that like button to show you're locked in. Drop your theories in the comments. Do you think Papoose is about to expose even more? Or is this already the end of Remy's legacy? And above all, hit subscribe with notifications on because the next chapter is about to drop. And trust me, it's going to be even uglier than this one.